Welcome back. Glad you're here. Quick gut check, ever tidy, and it still doesn't stick. Stuff creeps back, schedule gets loud, and your energy leaks. Today, we're turning those shifts into a simple room-by-room game plan you can run. This week, fast decisions, light rules, and small resets that actually hold without marathon cleanups. Yesterday, we walked through 10 decluttering shifts that transform your space, mind, and life. In 60 days, the mindset and mechanics behind real change. And this is the follow-through, clear cues for what goes where things live and how to lock habits, so your home stays calm on autopilot. Less hunting, less decision fatigue, more ease you can feel every day. Grab one small zone and a timer will start together. Let's get into it. Now let's begin by exploring why we get stuck when decluttering our homes. Have you ever stood in front of your closet or kitchen cabinets holding an item and suddenly asked yourself, do I really need this? If so, you are not alone. That tiny question can stop us in our tracks, making us overthink and delay decisions. The truth is, this hesitation is completely normal, and it's one of the main reasons we get stuck when trying to declutter. One of the biggest challenges we face is decision fatigue. Our brains can only handle so many choices at once, and when we're faced with too many items, clothes, kitchen tools, books, we can feel overwhelmed. Think about your wardrobe rows of shirts and pants that you barely wear, each piece competing for attention, or the pantry and fridge filled with ingredients and gadgets that have been sitting unused for months. Even your bookshelf might be overflowing with books or magazines you've already read. All of these choices pile up, creating a mental block that makes it almost impossible to decide what to keep and what to let go. I've learned that the key to overcoming this isn't about forcing yourself to make instant decisions. It's about breaking the process into manageable steps. Instead of tackling your entire wardrobe or kitchen in one go, start with a single drawer, a shelf, or a small section. Give yourself permission to sort items into keep, don't keep, and maybe piles. By limiting the number of decisions you make at one time, you preserve your mental energy and reduce the stress that comes with choice overload. Another helpful approach is to ask yourself a more practical question. Would I buy this today if I saw it in the store? This reframing helps bypass the endless what-ifs and focuses on your current needs and preferences. Often, the answer becomes obvious once you stop overthinking. Applying these strategies to your daily spaces, closets, kitchen, bookshelves, can turn decluttering from a stressful chore into a more manageable and even enjoyable task. When we recognize why we get stuck, we can start to take control of our space with confidence. Decision fatigue doesn't have to win, and hesitation doesn't have to hold you back. By breaking tasks into small steps, limiting choices, and asking the right questions, decluttering becomes not just easier, but deeply satisfying. Your home starts to feel lighter, more organized, and truly yours. Understanding the reasons behind our hesitation is the first step. Tomorrow, I'll share a video showing how to transform your entire home into a calm, organized space in just one afternoon. Don't miss it. It's packed with practical tips you'll definitely want to try. Now that we understand the reason why we get stuck decluttering, let's explore something about letting go. Next, we'll talk about letting go and how it helps you gain more space and peace. Have you ever stood in front of a drawer or a closet holding an item and suddenly felt that pang of guilt or worry about letting it go? I have countless times. It's that strange mix of fear and hesitation that keeps us holding on to things we don't really need. Psychologists call this loss aversion, and it's our brain's natural tendency to react more strongly to losing something than to gaining something of equal value. When we declutter, that tug of discomfort can feel surprisingly intense, making it almost impossible to make a decision. But here's the thing, letting go doesn't have to feel like losing. One of the most important lessons I've learned in my years of tidying up is to shift the focus from what you're losing to what you're gaining. Imagine opening your closet and seeing space, real, clear, breathable space. That sense of order alone can bring a wave of calm and satisfaction. It's about reclaiming your environment and your time, not about mourning a sweater or a kitchen gadget you barely use. Think about your daily life for a moment. When you have fewer things crowding your shelves, drawers, and countertops, suddenly everything becomes easier. You can find your favorite mug without rifling through 10 others. You can grab that sweater you actually wear without digging through piles of forgotten clothing. Decluttering gives you clarity and ease, which translates to more comfort and freedom in your everyday routine. That extra breathing room, both physically and mentally, is priceless. And let's not forget the joy of simplicity. Less clutter means your home feels lighter, more welcoming, and truly yours. You can move freely, entertain without stress, and enjoy your space instead of constantly feeling buried under it. Every item you let go of is a small act of self-care, a gift to yourself and your home. You are creating a space that supports your life, not one that holds you back. So next time you hesitate feeling that tug of loss, pause and ask yourself, what am I really gaining by letting this go? More space, more clarity, more peace, and more freedom. When you focus on these positive outcomes, decluttering transforms from a daunting task into a rewarding journey. Next, let's dive into practical strategies that make letting go easier and help you reclaim your space with confidence and clarity. Now we move on to practical ways to let go and reclaim your space effectively. We often get stuck holding on to things not because we truly need them, but because deciding what to let go of feels overwhelming. One of the most effective ways to simplify this process is to change the question we ask ourselves. Instead of focusing on whether we need an item, try asking, would I buy this again if I saw it in the store today? This small shift moves the focus from obligation to choice, helping you trust your instincts and reduce decision stress. A practical tool that has transformed my decluttering routine is the yes, no, maybe bin system. By setting up 3 bins, one for keeping, one for discarding, and one for items you're unsure about, you remove the pressure to make instant decisions. For example, I once tackled my cluttered kitchen drawers packed with utensils and gadgets untouched for years. Sorting them into these bins allowed me to regain clarity and control without feeling rushed or guilty. Giving yourself time to reflect is equally important. Items placed in the maybe bin don't require an immediate answer. Set them aside and revisit them after a few days. Often, if you haven't missed or thought about an item, it's a clear sign that it's safe to part with it. This method respects both your emotions and your energy, making decluttering a calm, thoughtful process rather than an exhausting task. By asking the right questions using the yes, no, maybe bins and allowing time to reconsider, decluttering becomes an empowering habit. You'll create a cleaner, more organized space and enjoy a sense of freedom, control, and peace of mind. Over time, these small, deliberate choices add up, making your home easier to manage and more enjoyable to live in. Once you start letting go of unnecessary items, another challenge often arises: the emotional attachment to the things we've made or hold dear. Let's talk about the IKEA effect and how to honor your memories without keeping clutter. At this point, let's explore the IKEA effect and how it affects our decluttering decisions. There's something almost magical and yet strangely heavy about the items we've made or carefully arranged ourselves. Maybe it's a bookshelf you built from scratch, a handcrafted craft, or even a favorite notebook that has been with you through countless thoughts and dreams. These items carry more than just function. They carry emotion, effort, and memories. This is what psychologists call the IKEA effect. We value the things we put effort into far more than their actual utility. And while this is wonderful for fostering pride and creativity, it can make decluttering a real challenge. I've discovered a few strategies that help me navigate this emotional terrain without feeling guilty. First, photograph your treasures. A picture captures the memory and the story without requiring you to hold on to the physical item forever. I used to keep dozens of handmade cards and journals, but after photographing them, I realized I could let go of many and still cherish the memories. Another approach is to share your items with someone who will enjoy them. If a piece of furniture, a craft, or a book could bring happiness or utility to someone else passing it along, can be surprisingly comforting. I remember giving a hand-built shelf to a friend who needed it for her home office. Watching her smile as she set it up reminded me that my effort had value beyond just my own space. Finally, ask yourself honestly whether the item truly brings joy or serves a purpose in your daily life. If it doesn't, it's okay to let it go. Many of us fall into the trap of thinking we have to sell or get value from everything we made. While that can be tempting, I've found it's far more freeing to focus on the present, what enhances my life today. If selling is important, simply check the current market value online to set realistic expectations, rather than letting imagined worth keep items that weigh you down. Embracing the IKEA effect doesn't mean holding on to everything. It means honoring your effort and memories while choosing freedom and clarity. By photographing, sharing, or thoughtfully deciding what truly sparks joy, you can keep a home filled with meaning without the clutter. Over time, this balance of sentiment and practicality creates a space that feels light, organized, and genuinely yours. With emotional attachments in check, it's time to take action. One of the most effective ways to make real progress is to focus on one area at a time, batching decisions to save energy and reduce overwhelm. Next, we'll see why focusing on one area at a time makes decluttering easier. I've discovered in my years of decluttering is batching decisions, tackling a whole category of items in one go, rather than making countless small choices every day. It might seem simple, but the effect on your energy and mindset is remarkable. Instead of feeling drained by endless tiny decisions, you can focus your attention and make meaningful progress all at once. For example, when it comes to the pantry, I set aside a dedicated afternoon to go through every shelf. I check expiration dates on food, remove any containers or utensils I rarely use, and donate duplicates that are still in good condition. Suddenly, my kitchen feels more organized and I don't waste energy trying to find things every time I cook. Similarly, tackling the wardrobe in batches has been life-changing. I take all my clothes out, sort them by season, and separate items I wear frequently from those I rarely touch. I create a maybe pile for pieces I'm unsure about, but most of the decision-making happens in one focused session, which prevents the fatigue that comes from deciding bit by bit over weeks. Batching also works wonderfully for books, magazines, and even children's toys. I gather all the old books and magazines and carefully decide which to keep, donate, or recycle. For toys, I inspect each one for damage, discard what's broken, and store the rest neatly. Doing all of this in a single session feels so much more manageable and satisfying than spreading it out randomly. The beauty of batching decisions is not only in efficiency, it also reduces mental overload. Our brains aren't designed to make dozens of tiny decisions every day without feeling tired. By grouping similar tasks together, you conserve mental energy and avoid the guilt or stress that comes with putting things off. Personally, I find that after a successful batching session, my whole home feels lighter, my mind feels clearer, and I'm much more motivated to continue with other areas. It's like hitting the reset button for both your space and your energy. If there's one tip I can offer from my experience, it's this: choose a category, set aside a block of time, and fully commit. Your energy will be preserved. Your home will feel more peaceful, and you'll enjoy the real satisfaction of seeing visible, meaningful progress. Batching decisions transforms decluttering from a chore into a truly empowering practice. Tackling one area at a time is empowering, but the key to lasting results lies in starting small and building consistent habits. Let's see how small, steady steps can transform your home and mindset. Now let's discuss why starting small and staying consistent is key to success. Keeping a home tidy and organized can sometimes feel like a daunting task, especially when clutter seems to accumulate faster than we can handle. Over the years, I've discovered that the key to effective decluttering isn't about tackling everything at once, it's about starting small and building sustainable habits. Begin with a manageable area like a single drawer, a shelf, or even just one corner of a room. By starting small, you gain immediate satisfaction and confidence, which motivates you to tackle bigger spaces gradually. As you go through each item, ask yourself a simple but powerful question: do I truly need or use this? This helps cut through the emotional attachment that often keeps unnecessary items around. It's amazing how many things we hold on to just in case or out of habit, even if they don't serve us anymore. By focusing on the essentials, you create a space that is not only cleaner, but also more functional and calming. A strategy that has worked wonders for me is creating a yes, no, maybe bin. Items in the yes category are kept. No items are donated or discarded, and maybe items are given time to decide. Pair this with batching decisions, tackling similar items together so that your mental energy is preserved and decision fatigue is minimized. More importantly, keep your attention on the benefits of a home that feels open, peaceful, and easier to navigate. Shifting focus from stress to gain transforms the decluttering process into something joyful rather than overwhelming. Consistency is also essential. Decluttering shouldn't feel like a one-off marathon. Dedicate a few minutes each day or a couple of hours weekly to maintain order. Over time, it becomes a habit, and the space you've worked so hard to organize remains tidy without constant effort. You'll notice the subtle but profound difference in your daily life: less stress, more clarity, and a home that truly feels like a sanctuary. In the end, successful decluttering isn't just about removing items, it's about creating a lifestyle that values simplicity, mindfulness, and joy. By starting small, asking the right questions, using effective decision tools, and maintaining consistent habits, anyone can enjoy the lasting benefits of a clean and organized home. Starting small sets the stage, but consistency is what keeps your home feeling organized day after day. Let's explore how regular routines make decluttering effortless and sustainable. Next, we'll talk about why consistency matters more than big cleaning marathons. I've realized that trying to clean everything at once only leads to exhaustion and frustration. Instead, dedicating just 10 to 15 minutes each day to tidying up or setting aside a couple of hours once or twice a week for larger areas can make a huge difference. This approach allows you to manage clutter without feeling overwhelmed, making the process much more sustainable and even enjoyable. Breaking down chores into smaller tasks also makes a world of difference. For example, instead of tackling the entire house on a Saturday morning, I focus on one area at a time. One day, I might tidy the kitchen, wiping counters and putting away dishes. Another day, I go through the wardrobe, sorting clothes by season and deciding which items to donate or store. By focusing on smaller zones, I feel a sense of accomplishment without the burnout, and it keeps the momentum going throughout the week. The benefits of keeping a regular cleaning schedule go beyond just neatness. A consistent routine reduces clutter buildup, helps maintain a visually calm environment, and makes everyday life feel smoother. I've noticed that when I sweep through my kitchen after every meal or sort my laundry weekly, I spend less time searching for items and more time enjoying the space. Even simple acts like checking the refrigerator weekly for expired foods can prevent unnecessary stress and mess. From personal experience, consistency turns cleaning from a daunting chore into a natural part of life. It doesn't have to be perfect or exhaustive. The key is regular intentional effort. Once this habit becomes second nature, your home remains orderly without the pressure of massive cleanup sessions. And perhaps most importantly, these routines create a sense of calm and control, allowing you to truly enjoy your space instead of constantly feeling overwhelmed by it. Even with consistent habits, a clutter-free home isn't complete without smart storage solutions. Let's look at ways to use your space efficiently, keeping everything organized, accessible, and beautiful. Finally, let's explore simple storage strategies to keep your home neat and functional. When I first started decluttering, I realized that even after removing half of my belongings, my home still felt chaotic. That's when I discovered the power of smart storage and using space wisely. It completely changed the way I approach organizing, and it's something I love sharing with others because it's practical and surprisingly easy to implement. One of the first things I recommend is grouping similar items together using boxes, baskets, or trays. For instance, in the kitchen, I keep all my baking tools in one basket and my utensils in another. In my living room, old magazines and books go into dedicated bins, and in the kids' play area, toys are sorted by type so they're easier to find and put away. By keeping things in clearly defined containers, you not only know where everything belongs, but also make cleanup faster and less stressful. Vertical space is another game changer. Shelves, hooks, and tall drawers allow you to store more without overcrowding your floors and countertops. I personally installed hooks on the back of my pantry door for measuring cups and small tools, and a tall shoe rack by the entrance that keeps my family's footwear neatly organized. Even in the office area, using stacked trays for stationery or files made a huge difference. These simple additions maximize space, reduce clutter, and create a cleaner, more visually appealing environment. One rule that has been a lifesaver for me is the one item, one place principle. Every item should have a designated spot, so it's always easy to find and just as easy to put back. For example, each pot lid has its own slot in the drawer, and all my scarves hang on a specific rack in the closet. This prevents the endless hunt for misplaced items and reduces the chances of clutter piling up again. The benefits of using smart storage and optimizing space go beyond aesthetics. It saves energy because you spend less time looking for things. It reduces stress as a well-organized home naturally feels calmer. And it enhances daily life. Cooking becomes easier. When utensils are accessible, kids can play without stepping over toys, and finding what you need is always simple. It's a small shift in mindset, but it transforms a home from overwhelming to peaceful. By using containers, maximizing vertical space, and giving every item a dedicated place, you can create a home that's not only functional but also inviting and beautiful. The key is consistency. Once you establish these habits, maintaining a clutter-free home becomes effortless. Trust me, a little thoughtful organization goes a long way in making your daily life more joyful. That's how I keep my home organized, light, stress-free, and efficient. Decluttering has become something I genuinely enjoy. It no longer feels like a chore, and I find satisfaction in reclaiming my space quickly while saving time and effort. Every small step adds up, turning my home into a calm, welcoming place where I feel at ease. If you want to save time while keeping your mind clear and your home manageable, the tips I shared today are practical, real, and incredibly useful. Applying these methods can make a huge difference in how you experience your daily life at home. And don't forget to check out my next video where I'll show you how to refresh and reorganize your entire living space in just a single afternoon, a complete home makeover in one day. You definitely don't want to miss it, as it's packed with life-changing tips that will make your home feel lighter, cleaner, and more functional instantly. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. You deserve a home that feels spacious and peaceful every day. Share these ideas with friends and family. Everyone can benefit from smart decluttering and organizing techniques that make life easier and more enjoyable.